Alrighty guys, and welcome back to an educational informative Dead by Daylight survivor game. Now the first thing we need to note is we spawn together with our group and we are going to divide and conquer. I hear an ally in my right eardrum running up behind me. We need to split and get pressure in different areas. We don't know who the killer is, we don't know where the killer is, but what we do know is we all spawn together and we need to do something. I'm going to break this totem because I'm walking past it. Quick scratch of the nose while we're looking around to see if the killer is coming towards us. Notice that we got a Michael Myers. I doubt he's stalking me. If he was stalking me, he would have got me off the totem because he would want to preserve most likely his ruin or whatever it is. What we do know is the totem has been broken. We have another player running around the skirt of the map, and you know what? I'm going to work on this gen. This is an awkward gen against a Michael Myers, but I see he's in chase with Claudette. Right now we have 3 different people on gens. We have 2 people stacked on a gen, including myself, and we have 1 person working on a solo gen. That means if the killer does have pain res will be targeting my generator. However, he's in chase with Claudette. He got tier 2 relatively quick, so he might be a J Memorial or a Judith Journal. Now we can see where he is based on the fact we have Fogwise. The fact that he's stalking so much now and not catching tells me he's most likely actually got a Tombstone piece. So you'll most likely see J Memorial with Tombstone piece rather than Judith Journal. J Memorial is moderately faster stalk on everyone, while Judith Journal is considerably faster on your obsession. Moderately and considerably put together is the equivalent of tremendously. So we need to remember that. Our gen is nearly done. The other gentleman's forced off his gen. Makes me feel like he was trying to work on one of the gens near the center of the map. Notice that he's... Ooh, okay, he is going to run. I don't know why we wouldn't greed and finish the generator. Alright, so I'm actually going to go back the way to the left. I don't want to, but what I was saying at the start is we need to spread out. The killer can't chase multiple targets at once if we're in multiple different areas at the same time. We can see he's came out, moving to the right-hand side. We're going to go try and work on the generator upstairs. There'll be one outside I'd rather do than the one upstairs, but based on the fact there's no one on the team working on objectives, I want to make sure I'm getting at least some kind of value for the team. I don't know how much preparation he has towards his tier 3, but what I do know is if he pops tier 3 and I'm in an awkward spot, I need to make sure I'm slow vaulting a pallet or slow vaulting a window. That way he is unable to mori me and he gets the grab on me or the M1 down. Alright, we're not sure if he actually has a Tombstone piece. We got 2 different people on gens right now. I really need to land a great skill check to tell where he is through Fogwise, but unfortunately it looks like I haven't had many opportunities. Speaking of an opportunity, there's one right there. We know he's down there, so now we can actually relax with our gameplay a bit, and we can see his aura for 6 seconds every time I land a great. I'd be very precautious if I was that player, and that is going to be a Mori and an executed player. No, it wasn't. Oh, good. He got a grab instead, so they might have played into a locker. That's really good for us. I got a bit nervous for a second there, but the fact that she's not out of the trial is huge. We get information through Kindred if he wants to come up, so we'll just pay attention to the information provided underneath. I missed a grate that I shouldn't have missed. There is not a single pallet upstairs, which means somebody most likely has already consumed them. He's all the way over there chasing him. This is why Kindred is so powerful, because I can see she's going for the save, she's on the hook, she's being chased. I don't need to think right now. Due to the information through Kindred, I have everything provided that I need. So far, 2 gens have been completed. He played a locker as well, so the tier 3 was unable to be mowed. I need to find another generator and work on another generator. Notice that they're going to the right, so what direction am I going to go? I'm going to go to the left. Now he can either chase me or he can apply pressure towards the 2 players. I see another generator over here. This is a bit of an awkward area to try and loot Michael Myers. Don't get me wrong, he won't have much time left on his tier 3, and there goes his tier 3. Right. I don't like where I'm currently standing. If he's running something like the Dead Rabbit or Modern Abuse, his heartbeat will be small enough for him to walk around and get an M1 on me before drama actually takes effect. What I do know is we have got 2 different people on 2 different generators, and he's chasing the one in the center of the map. The guy on the hook has 70 seconds to struggle, and he's currently probably about 25 seconds in the way, so he still has a lot of time left. That means I'm going to greed for my gen. Look how close Claudette's gen is to being completed. This means 2 people will be able to go for the save, as opposed to 3. I'll be constantly applying pressure to gens. So what does that tell us? That tells us he has a perk called Deadlock. Deadlock will lock the generator for 25 seconds. Now, I don't really want to run through the map. Normally, I'd be more than happy to run through the map. Standing around and waiting for a generator to be completed is normally a bad way to play. The reason I'm staying here is because I'm isolated away from my allies. If I run over there, 3 of us are grouping up while he chases a 4th. Look what's currently happening. We saw he was in chase of Claudette, then he's in chase of the other 2. Rather than me running over there and being in chase as well, and maybe having to use a pallet, maybe giving him stalk, this was one of those opportunities where I can actually wait around at the gen. If I go over there, the exact same thing's going to happen to me. Now, I will have to head over there and look at saving one of these teammates. That way we apply pressure to both hooks simultaneously at the same time. I'm about to find out where Claudette is. Claudette is waiting around most likely for a flashlight play. Oh goodness, this could be interesting. If Claudette gets seen right now, we're going to be in a bit of trouble, and I'm going to have to high knees over straight away. Okay. This is good because I might not need to get in the way. Alright, it's a bit sticky because we've got multiple players that are in a bit of an awkward area and they're isolated in the corner of the map. Let's stay working on the gen. Now, if I got off this generator, this would be classified as a stalemate. Stalemate in the killer's favor. So that means that the game is just going to constantly become more killer-sided based on the fact my team is going to be removing resources, pallets, and all these kind of things. I'm going to wait on this because I want Claudette to get the save before I complete it. Yeah, you see, if I pop that gen, it could have been a bit different. He should not be looping Claudette there. There we go. Save is completed. Generator is completed. Now I need to run and find the other gen. I'd love to be looping the killer right now. Okay, I'm going to use line of sight, and I'm going to pull myself back in a direction like this. I don't know if he's chasing me. What I do know, I can't see him. Let's rotate and take spacing further away. He might be near the center. I thought I saw movement over my shoulder then. The shack most likely actually has a... Oh, he is chasing me. Okay, this is good and bad because he hasn't chased me yet. He is very fast, ladies and gentlemen. He is play with your food 2, play with your food 3. He's still respecting... I'm going to use high knees. I don't have a choice. I had to drop it because of the exposure on me. We're all standing here. Alright, we need to run, bud. If he pops tier 3, he actually has access to mooring me right now. We need to make sure that he cannot do that because he is running at Bloodlust 9 or so. The only way for me to stay alive here is make sure I'm vaulting a window. Oh boy, I might actually be paying the price here, guys. There is nothing for me to get into. There it is. Alright, that means he has to grab me out of the locker and he can't mori me. Because he has so much movement speed, he's running a tombstone piece. That means he can grab you and execute you without needing to hook you. Unfortunately, my 3 teammates are stacked. They got the gen completed. That's awesome. Now they need to spread out and divide and conquer. One playing a locker, it's not actually a bad idea unless he has barbecue and chili. Him having all 3 tokens to play with your food, running at 130% movement speed, yeah, that was going to be a bit of an awkward situation where I'm not going to be able to get away. Now, for all I know, he didn't have play with your food. Maybe he had machine learning or batteries included, but at the same time, he didn't kick the gens that I was playing around. We have a door over here to the right. I feel like I have to move towards it. We can hear the heartbeat, so we know he's close. We also know we are one... Ooh. Okay, so he took an M1 on Claudette. Why did he M1 Claudette? Because she's his obsession, and he's going to get another token to play with your food out of her. Now, I have a decision to make between full healing and 99ing. I would want to 99 the heal, but I do have access to drama, and the fact that he can actually instantly mori and kill me means I am going to look for the full heal rather than trying to bait out an M1. At the same time, he could just go for a double down on an M1 on Claudette. She's not going to be able to get away with all the extra movement speed that he has access to. Alright, I want to see. I very much doubt he has Blood Warden, but I need to know for a fact because that could really change the dynamics of the game. We know he has play with your food. I didn't see his obsession change, so I don't think he has Nemesis. Now, this gentleman has to be very careful. He needs to play to a window. If he doesn't and gets tier 3'd here, this could be really bad for business. I can't get in the way and exactly take a body block. The medium vault on the window is definitely the way to go. He's going to be coming in for that stalk. I could get a little bit closer to Claudette and then maybe look at high kneesing. This is dangerous for me because if he pops tier 3 right now... He got the mori on Claudette. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get out of there. Now, for all I know, he's going to be able to mori too, so we're going to have to run. I tried to stay as far back as I could in order to save Claudette, but the second I saw him pop tier 3, I used high knees and a curve, so I'd be able to go for the pallet. Unfortunately, Claudette is going to die there. We did know he had a tombstone piece based on how he was playing. That's going to be an education in the form of solo queue survivor game against the shape. So Michael Myers, if you guys enjoyed the education in the form of Dead by Daylight survivor and killer content, make sure you tune into the live stream. I do education in the form of DBD killer and survivor content over at Twitch. Anyways guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the fog in the next video. Have a good one. Cheers.